back when we wrote the smart desk proposal and started talking about what we wanted to do with this, there were a lot of people who didn't think it was possible. And I even had friends of mine say, I know what you're really trying to do. What? What am I really trying to do? I have no idea what I'm really trying to do. I wrote down what I thought I was trying to do. But now, a decade or so later, a little more than that, 15 years later, I think that we can teach it to undergrads. The analysts were predicting this incredible acceleration. By 2007, the number of wireless sensor nodes was going to eclipse the number of cell phones sold on the planet, according to these guys. And so I was one of the people that jumped off and started a company and did my best to get good celebrity endorsements for it way back when. For it way back when. Exactly smart dust. This is not going to be floating around in the atmosphere anytime soon unless you live on, I don't know, Jupiter or something. Everything on here that has an antenna speaks wireless HART and interfaces with ABB devices and Siemens devices and GE devices and all these multinational, multi-billion-dollar companies. They're all shipping products that actually interoperate for the first time in the history of the industry, by the way. All of the wired protocols previously were explicitly designed by the people who were pushing them so that they would not interoperate with the other companies' parts. So this is a huge revolution in the industry. And the result is that that's why it's taking off so fast. So this is, well, okay, another fun example, monitoring bearings on rail cars, because if you don't find that the bearing is going bad and fix it before it dies, you end up with pouring molten metal on the rails, which are made out of wood and creosote. If you go over a bridge, bad things happen. This is an interesting example where the mesh on each rail car comes back through a cell phone or satellite phone gateway. They've got both. They use the cell when they can and the satellite when they have to, back into the cloud, and then it's actually an SAP application that takes that and serves that to the customer. And that picture is coming up a lot now. So what are they doing? If you've got some distribution of failure times, you've got to bring that rail car in regularly to service it well below the mean. If you've got sensing on those bearings, you can service it much closer to the mean and reduce your service costs. And the whole goal of that goes back to a paper that I wrote with Seth Huller and a couple of other people back in '99, where we put accelerometers on the fingertips of a glove and used the acceleration data to see that you could actually type, you could use a virtual mouse and so on. And the goal was to get that down to a fingernail. I want to be able to have my wireless accelerometers on every fingernail and glue them on once a month or whatever it is. And then my computer, my cell phone, knows where my hands and fingers are all the time and exactly what they're doing. And so when I snap my fingers, I can type. I can type on my desk if I'm in the middle of a meeting. Or I can play air guitar or air drums or air whatever it is that CNMAT invents for us to do with that, or anything else. I mean, for me, it's going to be typing in the shower, because that's where all of my good ideas come. Right? If I don't write them down there, I spend the rest of the day thinking, God, what was it? I knew I had a good idea. I swear I had a good idea. Executing interrupted codes, memory monoclines, acid, enchanted, in my eternity.